What if I told you the 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD didn't just get an update, but quietly fixed the biggest reasons people didn't buy it before? We're talking tougher looks, smarter tech, and changes that actually matter if you drive every day and hit the trails on weekends. On paper, it's still a mid-size truck, but in real life, it's starting to feel dangerously close to a full-size experience. So the big question is, did Toyota finally make the Tacoma unbeatable, or is the hype getting ahead of reality? Let's break it down. The Toyota Tacoma isn't just another mid-size truck. It's a nameplate that's built a reputation for being nearly unstoppable. For years, it's been the go-to choice for buyers who want a truck that can handle daily commuting during the week and serious off-road adventures on the weekend. And now, for 2026, Toyota is refining that formula with the latest Tacoma TRD lineup. This launch matters because the mid-size truck segment in the U.S. is more competitive than ever. Rivals like the Ford Ranger, Chevy Colorado, and Nissan Frontier have all stepped up with bold redesigns, more power, and better tech, so Toyota couldn't afford to play it safe. The 2026 Tacoma TRD is aimed squarely at buyers who want rugged capability without jumping to a bulky full-size truck or full-size truck prices. Let's start with what you notice first, the way the 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD looks and feels before you even turn the key. This truck still carries that unmistakable Tacoma DNA, but everything is bolder. The front end sits taller, the grille is wider, and the overall stance feels more planted, like it's ready to take a hit and keep going. Depending on the TRD trim, you'll see aggressive skid plates, chunkier tires, and functional design touches that aren't just for show. They're there to survive real trails. Step inside, and this is where Tacoma fans will notice the biggest change. Older Tacomas were tough, but they weren't exactly known for comfort. The 2026 model flips that script. The cabin feels more open, with better seat support, improved materials in high-touch areas, and a layout that finally feels modern. The touchscreen is larger and easier to reach. Physical buttons are still where you want them, and the digital gauge cluster gives you clear off-road and driving info without feeling cluttered. Tech is another major upgrade. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now front and center, paired with a smoother interface that actually responds quickly. There's available premium audio, multiple USB ports for front and rear passengers, and useful camera views that help when parking or crawling over rocks. Toyota didn't overdo it with gimmicks here. Everything feels purpose-built. Now let's talk performance, because this is where things get interesting. The 2026 Tacoma TRD focuses on usable power rather than flashing numbers. Acceleration feels more confident, highway merging is less stressful, and off-road driving is smoother thanks to improved suspension tuning on TRD models. Whether you're navigating city streets, towing a small trailer, or heading into rough terrain, the truck feels more composed than before. This is the moment where the 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD either proves the hype or exposes its limits. And in real-world driving, the Tacoma delivers where it matters most. On the road, it feels more confident and refined than any Tacoma before it. Steering is tighter, body roll is better controlled, and long highway drives no longer feel tiring. Off-road, this truck is exactly what the TRD badge promises. It crawls, climbs, and absorbs rough terrain with a sense of control that makes less experienced drivers feel capable. One of the biggest highlights is how balanced everything feels. Power delivery is smooth, not jerky. The suspension does the heavy lifting without feeling floaty, and the cabin stays surprisingly quiet even when the trail gets loud. This is where the Tacoma pulls ahead of many rivals. It doesn't force you to choose between daily comfort and weekend toughness. But this is also where the cracks start to show. For all its improvements, the Tacoma TRD still plays it safe. Some competitors feel quicker off the line or offer more aggressive tech features at a similar price point. Rear seat space is usable, but not class-leading, and certain desirable features are still locked behind higher trims. If you're expecting a dramatic leap in interior luxury, this isn't that kind of truck. And then there's the price. Once you start adding TRD packages, the Tacoma creeps dangerously close to full-size truck territory. That's the moment buyers pause. Because while the Tacoma is incredibly capable, it asks you to believe that long-term reliability and resale value outweigh immediate value on paper.
This Tacoma is perfect for drivers who want one truck that can do it all: commute, road trip, light towing, and weekend adventures, without constantly worrying about long-term ownership costs. If you're someone who keeps vehicles for years rather than flipping them every few seasons, the Tacoma TRD makes a strong case. In the current U.S. market, this truck reinforces why midsize pickups are surging in popularity. They offer real utility without the size, cost, or fuel penalties of full-size trucks. And with this update, Toyota sets a benchmark that competitors will be forced to chase.
Now the real question is, would you choose the 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD over its rivals, or do you think another midsize truck does it better? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if this helped you out, and subscribe for more honest car reviews and comparisons. We've got plenty more coming your way.